Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome folks to The Hungry Gamer is back with another mini preview. Today we're talking about Positano, coming from Slugfest Games. Now, this is a game that I've only played online. I've only played twice. I actually got to join a stream with Slugfest and played through a few times. So this is very much a first look, first impressions preview, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit before the campaign closes in about 2 days. Now, I do also now have a physical prototype. They were kind enough to send me one, though I haven't gotten to play it or check it out. But if you follow me on Instagram or the Facebook page, then you will see some pictures as I get time to actually play with it a little bit. Anyhow, in any case, this is a game about drafting, bidding, and building. And so what you're going to be doing is you are building up this kind of cliffside town, these buildings on a cliff, and as you're doing it, you are literally building up a 3D kind of landscape where there are 3 different layers or levels. So the higher up you build the first level, that means you're going to kind of block the view of the buildings right behind them. And you're going to get points at the end of the game based on the types of roof the buildings have. That's kind of how fancy the complex is, and how many windows of each building you can see. So again, the higher up that first level goes, that's going to block things behind it. Now, the next part is the bidding. This is where, to me, the bulk of the game is going to take place. Each round, you're going to play a card that's going to give you an initiative value for 3 different things. It's going to give you initiative value for how many different pieces you're going to get, how many building pieces you're going to get added to your supply for that round. It's going to give you an initiative value for what you're getting to actually build. And the third thing is you're going to find out which location you're going to get a build on this 4-tiered building rack, spice rack looking thing. And you're going to play through, and it's not that many rounds, and then at the end of the game, you will see who has gotten the most points based off of where your buildings are located, what types of roofs you have, and some always changing each game kind of objectives you're trying to meet. And that's pretty much how this game works. So what do I like about this game? First off, even just in Tabletop Simulator, the table presence is amazing. The way you're building this thing up, it looks awesome, and I love that when you're scoring at the end, you literally just kind of look at the front of it, and what can you see? I adore that. I also like how that leads to a little bit of interesting building and drafting, as you're going to say, maybe I'm going to build here and build this building really high, and that's going to block my opponent's thing right behind me. I think it's very, very clever and makes for some really interesting interaction. That aside, the meat of this game is when you are doing the drafting, that bidding, because I might be like, okay, I really want a lot of pieces this round. That means I have a good initiative value for getting pieces, but that might mean I have a really bad initiative value for picking my location, or vice versa. And then of course there's the exactly what are you building. There's all these different things that are going on in that mix, and it's really, really clever. It seems very simple the first time you play, and about 3 turns in you're like, oh, I get it. I get it. And that bidding system is so satisfying. It's worth playing the game right there. These could be crappy little cardboard tiles, and I would still say play this game because of that bidding system. So what are my quibbles with this game? Well, the first thing is it's a little bit mean. You are absolutely doing hate drafting to win this game. You are absolutely building up in front of people just to screw them over. You're absolutely making choices that may be suboptimal to you, but it means that this other person isn't going to get a lot of points for this objective that's out there. So it's actually a deceptively mean kind of game. It's also a very quick game, and to me that's kind of a boon, but it's not one of these games where you're going to be able to kind of start kind of building an engine and say, okay, if I get these things, then I can do this and this and this and this. No, like by the time you have done that, you've gotten 3 steps down the road, the game is almost over. So it's a quick knife fight in a phone booth with buildings type game. And so it's just a lot and a little bit of time, and it's not a game that's going to give you a lot of time to kind of develop strategy. Not necessarily bad, but just make sure you understand that, because when you look at this on the table, you think, this is a big, epic game. It's not. It's fast, and it's dirty, and it's beautiful. And last thing I'll say is, again, keep in mind, this is just kind of my first impressions, but it's a lot of plastic in there. And so, this is playing right into that kind of deluxeified game, this a little bit of excess, and I think it's beautiful, and I've seen the pieces now, they are beautiful, but you know, you might look at it and be like, oh, why isn't just cardboard tiles? And so, fair enough. But really, that's all, folks. Again, this is just the first impressions, and I just wanted to get some quick thoughts out there because it is funded on Kickstarter, but it's not setting the world on fire. So it's something I think you should check out if you like drafting, if you like things with amazing table presence, and you like games that are pretty quick. I say check this one out. So there you have it, folks. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. Thank you so much for watching.